There you go. How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot.
Good. Let me make sure I got my good idea. All right, cool. Oh my goodness. My voice is it's on the way back, but it's just, you know, it's dude, like the pollen made it worse. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh
everything's
yeah.
ridiculous. So, all
Right.
right. So I'm just gonna ask you some questions. Like it's just gonna be it's kind of flow, you know what I mean? So like we can kind of dig into why we're working together, some of your wins, some of the things you're still working on, all that good stuff. Sound good?
Okay. Sure.
Cool. So, what were you struggling with before, like you and I started working together?
Everything. So libido was low, low energy, um, roller coaster of weight loss and gain going back and forth, blood pressure up and down. Um, Stress was going crazy, and sometimes I just felt like a female. Like we'd watch The Lion King and I'd be crying with the wife and kids for some strange reason. Um, So I found you on TikTok and it took a little bit to get everything going, but now I feel the best that I have in forever. I look better, like the mirror knows it, my friends know it. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, what was the thing that you struggled about your body with the most? Like, what was the most frustrating part when you looked in the mirror? What did you see that you just hated?
having boobs as a man,
Yeah,
I mean the dad bod thing, everybody's like, oh, we love a big man, but I really don't think that's true. I think people are just settling.
yeah, no, I completely understand. So, what was the tipping point for you where you were kind of like, this enough is enough? Like, I got to do something. Was there a moment, like a linchpin moment for you?
It's been happening for a while, but I've got three kids in sports, and when I couldn't keep up with them and getting winded, I knew something had to change. I'm still fairly young, and so are they, and I want to be around for my grandkids and be able to keep up with them too when it happens.
Yeah,
So
because
that was
they're active as heck too. So like on our coaching calls, you're at the soccer field most times and or
yeah,
softball fields or whatever it is. So
it's 6 days a week,
yep,
and
nonstop.
with three of them doing two different sports each, there's no time to slow down.
Yeah. So what was it that finally made you decide to reach out to me? What was it that was there something that struck a nerve or something? What was it that finally made you kind of pull the trigger a little bit?
I just liked watching all your videos and the information and everything. So if just the handful that I watched, if you were already kind of like grabbing my attention, I figured it would be a good time to talk to you and work together. Because everybody else was just pushing, oh, you're a man, you need testosterone, but you were explaining why, and I wasn't even a client yet.
Yeah,
So that,
I feel like I always try to give like as much value in my content as I can. And like free because a lot of people just need to know why things are going on versus like how to fix them sometimes like okay, this is why I'm broken, now we can figure out why we can fix it, you know what I'm saying?
right.
um were you nervous about working with me when you first signed up?
A little bit of hesitation, but not nervous.
Yeah,
Because I've been through a couple different clinics and I was just really hoping, oh man, it's not going to be the same thing.
yeah, trust me, there's so many clients that we deal with this and I don't know, something's got to break, like something's got to fix because there's only a few people that I know of in the country that are actually doing what we need to do to actually fix people. So, um, what was different about this compared to what you've already tried?
You helped me dial it in, I guess. We do check-ins every week. I can talk to you any time of the day. So instead of waiting for a blood test or result to come in, hey, I don't feel like this is working. Okay, let's change this.
Yep.
With the other different clinics, it was, oh, we're going to run this out for a month when it's not really working already.
Yeah. I
So,
think sometimes like when you're dealing with a clinic, they don't know symptoms and how they feel. Like I've been everywhere that you've been. I've crashed my estrogen. I've had high estrogen. Like all of those things, I'm gonna know how you feel versus somebody that's just giving you something. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a
right.
little bit different. That I can actually relate with you guys versus them just having to read numbers on a piece of paper and say, "Oh, this is what it is."
Exactly. Exactly.
What was the biggest mind shift that you've had since working with me?
I guess when everything came together, like I feel like I'm young again almost, like back in my early 20s. And I
Yeah,
haven't felt like that since my early 20s.
that's awesome. And how old are you now, Josh?
39 in June.
See, you're still a kid like me. That's what I
Right.
keep saying. I'm like, dude, I feel, and I say this all the time. I feel like I'm in my 20s, other than my voice being crappy because of the pollen in Georgia. But for the most part, like I honestly, like I have more vitality and like more get up and go than I have since I probably am in better health now than I was in my 20s, which is
Right.
weird. You know what I'm saying? What have you learned about your body and your metabolism since we've worked together?
That it can change. I thought I was just kind of going to have to settle as time go on because you always hear that. Oh, it's worse as the older you get, but I feel like that's not true at all anymore.
No.
There's there's definitely things you can change and be better at life.
What was something that surprised you the most about the process and working with me?
How easy it was. Just called you up. You're great to talk with. You're one of us kind of.
Yeah,
Um, so it wasn't talking to a clinic and just pushing this, pushing that, and here's your payment.
yeah,
You take the time and explain it. This is what we're going to do. Let me know how it's going. And it's been easy.
good. What results have you seen like so far, like specific and be numbers wise? Like give me like some real hard specific numbers and differences in results that you've seen. Because it's pretty
Um, when we started this together, my weight was 244. And Saturday, I think I sent you that picture. I'm at 191.5.
yep. I
So
told you we'd be flirting with that 190 by tomorrow. We would be real close to it.
yeah, yep.
That's crazy.
So I want to be down to 185 and, have a little bit of visible abs. So we're on our way.
How do you feel like your strength has been?
I think it's good. I think it's really good. Not really hitting PRs right now, but I definitely know it's there. Like I
Yeah.
leg pressed 785 the other day.
Good.
I haven't been able to do that in a while.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we're not going to be able to have the PRs we had when we were 50 pounds heavier. You know what I mean? So, but
Right.
we have a little less leverage to push. Um, what changes in like energy, sleep, and performance have you noticed the most?
I've got a lot more energy now. Before I was always tired and sluggish and um, diet's always been mostly good, but it's definitely a little more dialed in now.
Yeah,
Strength is definitely back up there where it should be. Uh, I mean, like I said, I feel great. It's what we're doing is definitely working
how do you feel about yourself now compared to before we started?
much better. Like I don't mind taking my shirt off and cutting the grass now, and the tan's definitely coming in better because of that and whatnot. So
What kind of person do you think you've kind of become through this process?
much better,
Yeah,
much better. When you talk to people and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll live in the dream. Like I'm not the living the dream guy anymore. Like I actually tell people how I feel and, have to a stronger conversation.
that's pretty awesome. How has this impacted like your confidence, like as a man, as a leader of your family, and things like that?
A lot better. I actually feel like a man now instead of just playing the role. My kids look up to me and, oh, my dad's the tough guy and everything. Cause, when we're at the sports, all the dads are sitting in the car or whatever. I'm walking around trying to get my 10, 11,000 steps in for the day. And,
Isn't
uh,
it, isn't it crazy though, dude? Like as you get to that, because I'm the same way. Like when Champ is at football or basketball, like you just look around and you're like, what are you guys doing? You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's the kids look up to you because of that too. And you're not crying at Lion King anymore. So like that's a plus.
right.
How has this like affected your relationships within your family and your family dynamic?
It's changed. I've got a friend that has noticed my weight loss, so he's trying to do it a little bit better, and I've been helping him and whatnot, and gave him one of my cookbooks that I've used a lot. And I don't know. I hope they come around too, because we've already had one friend die of a heart attack at 36.
Isn't it crazy, dude? I've had I know There was a guy that's like 3 or 4 years younger than me, and he had a heart attack and died. And I see his widow all the time. It's like it's just crazy to me. Um, what would you say to somebody that says that my program's too expensive?
Save up. If it's a change of life, cut the snacks out. If you smoke, quit smoking, cut the stupid stuff out and
Yeah,
just save the money.
that's it's so funny sometimes because now that you're in it, you see the value that you paid. You know what I mean? It's very different versus like when you're, and I always know like when I'm on a call trying somebody to get signed up, they're like, man, that's a lot of money. But I'm like, man, it's life changing too. If you buy
Yeah.
in and you do it, it's life changing. Um, what would you say to somebody that says they don't have time? Because you're a busy man. So I want to hear this. I want to hear what you would say.
Make time. Make the time. And when I'm sitting down watching TV, I'll watch the episode and then do
Yep.
push-ups or sit-ups or something during the commercials. You just got to do it. There's always time. It just you have to set your time.
Yeah. It's a priority thing more so than anything.
Absolutely.
Um, let's see. What type of person would you recommend my program to?
Anybody that was feeling the way that I feel,
Which was what?
crummy, just not like a man anymore. Yeah.
Yep. Why do you think someone should choose endure over something else?
I I like your program compared to everybody that I have. I haven't used all of them, obviously, but
Yep.
you work with clients one on one. Like I said before, they just try to push the TRT. They don't try to figure out how you're feeling because you might be at 1200 on your levels, but your body wants nine.
Yep.
So, you got to work together, and a lot of the bigger companies just want to push what they want to push, and that's about it. And you never really feel better and give up.
Yep. If someone was on the fence about joining and was like, should I or shouldn't I? What would you tell them?
Try it for 6 months. Try it and see how it is.
It's worth the risk to you.
Absolutely.
All right. Give me, these are going to be kind of quick, rapid fire. One word to describe your experience.
Excellent.
What's your biggest win
Feeling like a man again.
and your hardest lesson so far?
Not communicating with you.
Would you do it again?
Yeah,
Was it worth it?
absolutely.
That's all I got for you, dude. That was easy,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Just
So,
trying to find the time to sit down and be able to do it with you.
dude, bro, trust me. And for like me to have like semi voice, like I've been coughing all morning. I had to shoot content and it's been nuts. So,
Oh,
but no,
geez.
dude, I appreciate it so much. I won't take you. That was only like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like
Yeah.
that. So perfect. That's all I needed, dude. So go
Okay.
kick ass. I will see you hopefully tomorrow on the coaching call.
All right. Sounds good.
Got you locked in. I got all your stuff too for when you come to the camp. I got a shirt, tank, all kinds of good shit.
Okay. Good deal.
All right,
All
buddy.
right.
I'll see you, my man.
Thanks, coach. Bye.